Today's lesson is Christmas is here, and it's weird, wacky, and wonderful. Hi, everyone. My name is Jeff.
I'm Roger, and I am getting into the Christmas spirit. It's only 5 days away. Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas is here. Da, 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 da. I wish I knew the lyrics to that song, but I love Christmas carols. And I also love a lot of the traditions involved with Christmas, you know, giving gifts and putting up the tree and stuff like that. But I guess today we've got some other unusual Christmas traditions to talk about.
Yes, I do know that you like Christmas carols and Christmas customs and Christmas songs. In fact, you guys should know a fun fact about Roger. He sings Christmas songs all year round. He gives people Christmas gifts all year round. He engages in Christmas-like behavior and Christmas-time customs all year round. It's kind of weird. It's slightly out of place, but at the same time, it's endearing and warm, and people love him for it, even though it is a little bit strange.
It is strange, especially because I'm not even a Christian.
Really? So you dress up in the Santa Claus suit and you have the big crucifix hanging around your neck, and you're not even a Christian?
No crucifix there.
But yes, I do
wear the Santa Claus costume from time to time, and sometimes I try to dress up as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But here we go, everybody. Let's find out what this is all about. Let's listen to the first part of our lesson one time.
Christmas is here, and it's weird, wacky, and wonderful. Christmas is here again, and it's time to enjoy all our favorite traditions, snowmen and Santa, singing and feasting, upside-down Christmas trees, and ugly sweaters. Wait a minute, what? The truth is, not every Christmas tradition is entirely traditional. Here are some Christmas trends that are weird, wacky, and just plain wonderful.
大家好，首先在第一部分我们看到单字 wacky 是个形容词，表示滑稽可笑的、古怪的。例如 George always has wacky stories to tell Jerry over coffee. George 总有奇奇怪怪的故事可以边喝咖啡边讲给 Jerry 听。另外补充一个和 wacky 相似的单字 weird, W-E-I-R-D 同样有奇怪的、古怪的意思，像是Vincent heard a weird noise coming from his car's engine. Vincent 听到车子引擎传来怪声。而 weird 除了可以形容古怪的、奇怪的之外，也可以形容异常的、不寻常的，像是 Do you know why Kelly is acting so weird today? 你知道 Kelly 今天为什么表现得这么异常吗？接着我们看到形容词 upside down 用来表示上下颠倒的或乱七八糟的。例如 The car was upside down after sliding off the road. 那辆车打滑滑出车道后上下颠倒了。另外补充一个也是形容乱七八糟的片语 out of joint, 其中这个 joint 是 J-O-I-N-T。 举例来说 The actress was late this morning and it made the whole filming schedule out of joint. 女演员早上的迟到造成整个拍摄计划乱七八糟。
All right, everyone, before we get started, let's clear the air. All jokes aside, Roger does not sing Christmas carols all year round. He doesn't dress up like Santa 365 days of the year. He doesn't hand out Christmas gifts every single day either, okay? If he were to do that, though, even though people might like him for it, people might also think that he's a little bit weird. So here's that first vocabulary word of the day, the word weird. If something or someone is weird, this thing is kind of strange or unusual. Okay, for example, you shouldn't be friends with the guy who dresses up as Santa Claus all year around. He's kind of weird.
He's kind of weird. You know, I heard that from girls many, many times when I was growing up. You're weird. Get away from me. You're strange. You're unusual. I don't want to talk to you. But in any case here, yes, Christmas can be weird. It can be wacky, which kind of means sort of like a cartoon, kind of silly, kind of funny, but it's also wonderful at the same time. So here, let's get to it. Here in the first part of our lesson, it says, Christmas is here again. Well, it's not here yet. Today is the 20th, but it's coming up in 5 days. But when we say this, Christmas is here, it just means it's near, it's coming soon. So it's time to enjoy all our favorite traditions. So we've got lots of traditions concerned with Christmas. Here are some of them. Snowmen. You know, if you've got snow, you can build a snowman. Maybe you can go up to Hehuanshan and take some snow there and build a snowman. There's also Santa Claus. Of course, lots of people dress up in that red suit. And of course, there is singing, the singing of Christmas carols, and also feasting. Have a big Christmas feast, sort of like Thanksgiving with a big turkey and similar foods. And also we've got something called upside-down Christmas trees. Indeed. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but we'll talk about that in a second. And we've also got ugly sweaters. That sounds weird too. And of course, at the end here it says, wait a minute, what? Yes, we mentioned some standard Christmas traditions, but in the later part of that sentence, some weird things were coming up. That's why we say, wait a minute. What did you say? What the heck did you mention about the upside-down Christmas tree and the ugly sweater?
Yeah, I like this sentence. It's kind of constructed in a funny way. Sure, snowmen and Santa. Those are favorite Christmas traditions of everyone, as are singing and feasting. So if you were listening passively, you would let these things go. Yeah, Christmas traditions. Snowman, I should say, Santa Claus, singing Christmas carols, feasting, eating all the time, and then upside down Christmas trees? Wait. That doesn't sound right. Christmas trees is good, but upside down Christmas trees where the bottom is up and the top is at the bottom, that doesn't make sense. And then ugly sweaters. Wait a minute. Now you've got my full attention. Something is wrong. What is going on here? Wait a minute. That being said, upside down Christmas trees, I know nothing about those. But ugly sweaters? Every winter, during Christmas time, my mother used to make me and my brother and my sisters wear stupid-looking, ugly sweaters. So it's now a tradition in our family to wear ugly Christmas sweaters all winter long, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they mean that all Christmas sweaters are ugly or if only a certain portion of them are ugly. Of course, I know what they mean by Christmas sweaters. They are knitted sweaters, and they'll oftentimes have Christmas designs like Santa Claus or reindeer or a Christmas tree or snowflakes and things like that.
And bright colors that clash and look strange. And
red and green usually.
And which are invariably ugly. You wouldn't wear them at any other time of the year, or else you would look weird. Anyways, the truth is, not every Christmas tradition is entirely traditional. Feasting, singing, Santa, snowmen, those are okay. But ugly sweaters and upside down stuff, not so much. These might be untraditional Christmas traditions. Anyways, here are some Christmas trends that are weird, wacky, and just plain wonderful. So maybe these Christmas trends, they're not here to stay. They're just trends. They're just fads. But let's read about them anyway because they're weird, wacky, and also wonderful. They're just plain wonderful. All right, folks, let's take a break. But when we come back, we'll get started on these Christmas trends that are weird, wacky, and awesome.
Perhaps the strangest of these trends is the recent boom in upside-down Christmas trees. These days you can see them everywhere, in hotels, department stores, and even homes. Upside-down trees actually have several advantages. Ornaments hang more freely, and you can save a lot of space. Besides, your cat won't climb the tree and break all the decorations.
第二部分我们看到的单字是 boom， 是一个名词，指的是迅速发展、繁荣。例如 Thanks to a boom in agriculture, the economy is doing better than ever. 由于农业的迅速发展，经济现况比以往都好。而 boom 这个字除了可以当名词使用，也可以当动词使用，指兴盛或蓬勃发展。像是 Business at Nina's restaurant is booming. Nina 的餐厅生意蓬勃发展。
Okay, everybody, it's time for us to discuss the second part of today's lesson. It says here, perhaps the strangest of these trends is the recent boom in upside-down Christmas trees. It sounds dumb, it sounds stupid, it sounds silly, but I guess it's a trend these days. And it's such a trend that it is actually a boom in upside-down Christmas trees. So here, boom usually refers to the sound that a bomb makes when it blows up. But here, it's a noun. It just refers to when something becomes popular really, really quickly.
Yes, here in Taiwan, after the iPhone came out, there was a boom in smartphone case sales. Okay, all of a sudden, everyone, everywhere, at every night market, they were selling smartphone cases for the iPhone. So people were able to make a lot of money quickly by selling these cases during this smartphone case boom. Anyways, this more recent boom, though, is the upside-down Christmas tree boom, which is weird. Do you ever see an upside-down tree in nature? Do you ever see something like that? Of course not. So how can Christmas trees, upside-down Christmas trees, how can these things become a big deal? I don't get it, but apparently they're around. They're a thing. Yes, these days you can see them everywhere. In hotels, department stores, and even homes. And here, get this, upside-down trees actually have several advantages. And we'll talk about these advantages, but I've got a question.
Yeah?
Where do you put the presents if your Christmas tree is hanging from the ceiling?
It's a good question. I just assume you put the presents at the bottom of the upside-down tree. Where the top is now, I think you can probably fit more presents in there. But that's just my guess here. The rest of the article will try to answer that question for us. But we are saying that even though these upside-down Christmas trees are weird, they actually have several advantages, things that actually make this arrangement better. Ornaments hang more freely, and you can save a lot of space. Now, of course, when you decorate a Christmas tree, you put ornaments on the tree. Ornaments are similar to decorations. We've got the word decoration later on in this paragraph, but to me, the difference between an ornament and a decoration is that the ornament is usually an object of some kind. And in my home, we only had ornaments on the Christmas tree. We didn't really have them in other places. Decorations are things that can go in other places, like a wreath on your door, or ribbons, or streamers, or posters. Those are all decorations, but ornaments are like objects.
There you go. Anyways, ornaments hang more freely, and you can save a lot of space. And besides, your cat won't climb the tree and break all the decorations. Yes, on a Christmas tree, bulbs and things you hang on that Christmas tree are ornaments, and usually they're freestanding. Decorations, though, can be the ribbons that you wrap around your tree and the lights that you wrap around the tree and stuff like that. But very simply, a decoration, and this is a noun, it comes from the verb decorate. A decoration is something that you add to some other thing to make that thing look better. And an ornament is just a very specific type of decoration. That's all there is to it. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
A relatively recent trend came from the book The Elf on the Shelf, A Christmas Tradition, and its accompanying elf doll. Invented by a stay-at-home mom to keep her two mischievous daughters in line, this toy elf hides in a different place in the house every day of the Christmas season, checking if kids are behaving and flying off to report to Santa each night. Kids love to find where the elf is hiding and drop hints about their Christmas wish list in hopes that the elf will let Santa know.
接下来看到第三部分，有个名词 elf 指的是小精灵或小妖精，而 elf 的复数形则为 elves, E-L-V-E-S。例如 Santa Claus needs many elves to help him prepare for the presents before Christmas。圣诞老公公需要许多小精灵在圣诞节前夕帮他准备礼物。最后我们看到形容词 mischievous 用来形容淘气的、调皮的。例如Irene was pretty mad at her dog for being mischievous with the new flower she just planted. Irene 对于狗狗调皮地玩弄她刚种的花感到生气。
Okay, again, we're talking about weird and wacky Christmas traditions. We just got done talking about the upside-down Christmas tree. I wonder if anyone has them here in Taiwan. I'm going to go out there and look. Now, here's something else. A relatively recent trend came from the book The Elf on the Shelf, A Christmas Tradition, and its accompanying elf doll. That sounds pretty interesting here. There's a book out there that somebody wrote. I'm assuming it's an illustrated book and kids like to read it. And I guess this book comes with an elf doll. An elf is like a small little spirit or something like that that you usually see at Christmas. You know, Santa's elves, they make toys at the North Pole. So this is a Christmas tradition. And this elf doll accompanies this book. It comes with the book.
Okay, so let's learn about this recent trend associated with this book and the elf doll that comes with the book. Get this, invented by a stay-at-home mom to keep her two mischievous daughters in line, this toy elf hides in a different place in the house every day of the Christmas season, checking if kids are behaving and then flying off to report to Santa each night. Anyways, we have two things to talk about in this sentence. It says here that this mom invented this book to keep her two daughters in line, i.e., she wanted her kids to behave. Yes, if you keep someone in line or something in line, you keep this thing under control. You keep them or it from misbehaving. You keep these people, these kids, let's say, from misbehaving and doing bad stuff, from engaging in mischief. There you go. Mischief is the noun. Mischievous is the adjective. Now, mischievous kids, they're kids who like to get into trouble. But usually mischievous kids aren't bad kids. Mischievous kids are good kids who like to get into a little trouble now and again for fun. They don't like to burn houses down or anything like that.
And I must confess that when I was growing up, I said this word wrong. I said mischievous. But I'm okay because lots of other people make that mistake too. Mischievous is a common word, although it is incorrect. The correct form is mischievous. Please remember that when you take a test. Okay, so yes, indeed, this stay-at-home mom wrote this book and came up with this elf to keep her daughters in line, to make them behave. And this toy elf hides in different places in the house every day of the Christmas season. So you can hide it every day. And it checks if the kids are behaving, and then it flies off to report to Santa each night. That, I guess, is the idea of this elf. And kids love to find where the elf is hiding and drop hints about their Christmas wish list in hopes that the elf will let Santa know. So here we've got the phrase to drop hints. That just means you kind of give out the information, but you're not direct. It's a hint. It's subtle. It's not clear, but still you want the person to understand. That's in the hope that the elf will let Santa know. They hope that the elf will send that message to Santa at the North Pole.
In the hopes of, with some aim or with some intention. So here these kids are doing something in the hopes that the elf will let Santa know. So these kids want to influence or have a positive effect on their situation, even though it's probably out of their hands or beyond their control. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a break, but don't go away, don't worry, don't fret. The Chinese teacher is on the way.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。读到课文第3部分的第2句，他说 Invented by a stay-at-home mom to keep her 2 mischievous daughters in line, this toy elf hides in a different place in the house 什么什么什么。他说这种小精灵玩具呢，是由一名全职妈妈创造出来，好让她2个调皮捣蛋的女儿听话。那这小精灵玩具每天会藏在家里的不同地方，怎么样怎么样。好，那这个句子它有使用到分词构句的句型。当我们用对等连接词 and 连接2个主词相同的子句时，你可以省略 and 还有其中一个主词，再把动词改成分词来形成分词构句。如果这动词是主动，就用现在分词，被动就用过去分词。所以课文的句子本来它可以写作 This toy elf was invented by a stay-at-home mom to keep her 2 mischievous daughters in line, and this toy elf 什么什么什么。好，那么前后子句的主词都一样，都是 this toy elf， 我们就省略 and 还有前半句的主词。那动词的部分 was invented 是被动，所以只要保留过去分词 invented， 那就会变成课文的句子咯。另外要介绍的是片语 in line。 in line 它本来是指成一直线，那引申的意思呢是跟什么什么一致，可以用来表达说照某人的吩咐或是期待去做，或者是处在合作或同意的状态。好，那这个用法呢，这时候常常会搭配动词 keep somebody in line， 就表示使某人守规矩，使某人听从吩咐，听命行事。那另外帮同学们补充几个跟 line 相关的片语。第一个是 in line with， 这表示与什么一致，或者是意见一致。举例来说 The result was in line with what we had expected， 那个结果跟我们预期的一样。好，那第二个片语是 out of line， 字面上的意思是超出界限，那它是用来表达超出合理的范围，超出可以接受的范围，或者是不适合、不恰当。举例来说His behavior was way out of line， 他的行为举止真是太过分了，非常不恰当。好，那第三个片语是 on the line， 这个片语不是说在线上哦，而是用来表达冒风险，它是口语用法。举例来说The relationship between the 2 countries is on the line， 那2国的关系岌岌可危。好，那我们还可以用 put something on the line 来表达将什么置于危险之中。好，那么接着读到课文第3部分的最后一句。Kids love to find where the elf is hiding and drop hints about their Christmas wish list in hopes that the elf will let Santa know. 孩子们喜欢寻找小精灵的藏身的地方，并暗示他们的圣诞节的愿望清单，希望小精灵可以让圣诞老公公知道。这边要介绍的是 in hopes 的用法。In hopes 或者是 in hope 或是 in the hope 后面都可以接 that 子句，或者是接 of 加名词或动名词来表达说期盼啊，抱着什么样的希望。例如 Brad and his wife moved to the countryside in the hope that they could lead a quiet life. Brad 和他的妻子搬到乡下去住，希望能过着宁静的生活。我们再造一个例句。He started jogging every day in hopes of losing weight. 他开始这个每天慢跑，希望可以把体重减下来。好，那么以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天单字吧。
Weird. I thought the plot of the film was a bit weird, but that didn't stop me from enjoying it. Boom. Over the last few decades, there has been a boom in development of new technologies. Ornament. The house was so full of delicate ornaments that it was hard to walk through without worrying about breaking something. Decoration. Several guests arrived before the birthday party began in order to help put up the decorations. Mischievous. The stories say this house has a mischievous ghost that plays tricks on anyone who enters.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.